I think it's safe to say that 2016 sucked a million ball sacks. I just like saying ball sacks. Huevos. For me, well, let's see, where do I begin? I lost my grandparents within a 5-day span, and then weeks later I got fired from BuzzFeed. And throughout the year, my health was all wackadoo. In addition to my bullshit, a lot of my friends also endured a fair share of mierda. And well, you know, I can sit here and tell a slice of time to fuck off, but it's life. It happened. Honestly, it's what you do with the bullshit handed to you that matters. Porque la cosa no es fácil, chico. So yeah, why bother sitting on my tuckus talking about the bad shit of 2016 when I could talk about the good shit? I'm pretty sure most of you watching who also had a caca-filled 2016 can agree that there were also good aspects to your year. After that traumatic time in my life that happened around May and June, which is, you know, when the whole thing happened with my grandparents, man, like after the whole BuzzFeed thing happened, it was like I went into fight or flight mode, you know what I mean? Survival of the fittest type shit. A ton of doors opened for me in ways that I couldn't imagine, so being let go became less and less terrible and more like fate. Pero Like was my baby. I helped start it alongside 4 of my favorite people because, well, there was just no Latinx representation at BuzzFeed. And let's face it, Hollywood hasn't been doing the best job at representing us either. And when I was pulled away from Pero Like prematurely, giggity, I just knew that I had to continue exploring Latinx content, and that is why joining Mitú was a no-brainer. I know the trend right now is to diss 2016 and write out all the freaking mierda that happened to us and to our beloved celebrities and icons, and let's not even get started on the presidential election. Don't you just wish sometimes that Doctor Who existed? Because God, I could really use some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff right about now. So I wanted to list out the accomplishments this year that I'm very proud of and that are worthy of noting. I suggest that you all do the same thing. You know, if you haven't done this, very Pinteresty thing to do, but whatever. Get a mason jar, any jar. Throughout the year, when good things happen to you, write it out on a little piece of paper and toss it in, and at the end of the year, you're like, oh shit! I actually didn't have such a terrible year. I started classes at the Groundlings, which has been a lifelong dream of mine. A lot of my favorite comedic icons went through that program. It's kind of crazy. I started taking classes the week after I left Miami and my grandparents had passed and all this crazy stuff. I didn't want to quit. I was like, I gotta go through with this, and I'm glad I did. It was very therapeutic. I learned a lot. It's one of those things where you think of the popular quote, the show must go on sort of thing. I came out here with a goal. I gotta keep swimming. I started taking voice acting classes at Kalmanson and Kalmanson, another fantastic school. My main motivation for taking voice acting is because I eventually want to get into cartoon voice acting. And it's pretty much right up there with my sketch comedy and character acting goals.
I would just love to be a cartoon. That would be great.
I also got with an incredible management team, Valor Entertainment. They have been nothing short of amazing. The most recent news is that I got accepted into Abrams Artist Agency. I always thought that this would take me ages to accomplish, and I was able to accomplish it in less than 2 years being in this crazy city, so awesome. 3 of my friends from Miami decided to move to La La Land, which is a great movie, by the way. I'm just happy that we're all here together, we're all helping each other out, and just creating together again like we did back home. Let's see, I got a better handle on making internet content. I went to San Diego Comic-Con for the 6th year in a row, and I started my own YouTube channel, which was a big step for me because I was always afraid to. And a lot of you might not know this, but in 2011, I started hosting and producing for the channel Aggressive Comics. That was where most of my content was at, and then I decided, because my audience was shifted, to also start my own channel where I can talk more about my personal experiences, my family life. I came to Los Angeles because I had a mission to turn what I love into a career. And in the 2 years that I've spent out here, the mission has become more clear. I am here to entertain, to make comedy. I am here to represent Latinx in media. I am just absolutely hasta aquí. I am just so done with us being depicted as gangbangers, thieves, drug dealers, maids, sex objects. I am done, carajo. We are more than that, dude. Mexican culture is beautiful, but that does not encompass all of us. We are Peruvian. We are Honduran. We are Guatemalan. We are Ecuadorian. We are Puerto Rican. We are Dominican. We are Cuban. We are a range of dishes. Some are spicy, some are flavorful. Yes, not all of our dishes are spicy. Coño. We share many remedies and superstitions passed on to us by our abuelas and abuelos, and some are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and some are, I don't know. I buy some of them. It's okay if you don't speak Spanish fluently. It's okay if you don't have a curvaceous body like Sofia Vergara. I myself can share clothing with a 12-year-old. It's okay if you can't dance merengue or salsa. I'm Cuban and I listen to bluegrass. Who the hell cares? Blood is blood, and that cannot be taken away. I know I might seem like I'm going off on a tangent here. Honestly, the fact that I've gotten closer to understanding my purpose in this industry has helped me combat the negative. I cannot stress to you enough. I don't know why I'm doing this accent. How important it is to follow your heart and do what you love. And I know that's super hippy-dippy. Hell, even if it's in the form of a hobby, I understand that it's not that easy, right? Everyone has their circumstances and their obstacles. But a lot of the time, the biggest obstacle is fear. And fear can sadly hold a lot of people back from doing a lot of things. One of my favorite quotes that I often tell a lot of my friends and myself is, I would rather regret the things I've done than the things I haven't done. Lucille Ball, badass bitch. Another one of my favorite quotes, I believe it's been altered a bit on the internet. The original is, if you don't like how things are, change it. You are not a tree. And it's been altered a bit to say, if you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree. If you feel like you're stuck in a rut and you're not happy where you are, just get out. When I think about that quote, I don't only attach it to like a major move, like what I did cross country. You can also attach it to, say, your current job situation. If you're not happy with the job that you have, if you're being mistreated by your employers and you're being overworked and underappreciated, get out. You know what I mean? Like, it's scary, especially for those who have been at a job for many years and it's like a comfort thing. Get out of it. And same applies to relationships or friendships. Anything that's unhealthy for you, get out of it. I promise you, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be better off. And the best advice that I could give overall for the coming year, if life throws caca at you, you throw caca right back. The end. So, do you have any New Year's resolutions or any weird New Year's Eve superstitions? Like, my grandma always told me to put on a blumen rojo so it can bring amor. I don't know if that's some Walter Mercado shit or what. What good things happened for you in 2016? Let me know in the comments below. And Happy New Year! Bang, 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 bang.